Hello everyone, we are your LRS Broadcast Team. Today we are doing a podcast on the WCAX and Amanda McKeen trips that we did. You may already know them, but I'll let them introduce themselves.
I'm Emma.
Hi, I'm Bella.
And I'm your host, Tyler. So a couple of days ago we went to WCAX on a tour of their studio. What did you guys think of that trip?
I think it was really cool. I wish I could have saw more about the sports because they don't work very much on those days, and they work like once a week and on nights. So if I could have seen more of that, it would have been a lot cooler because I'm more into that than the other stuff. But it was pretty cool.
I agree with that. I'm more into the sports side of stuff.
Yeah.
Took this class to get better and hopefully get a sports career.
Yeah, me too.
Overall, would have been better. I would have liked to see them, see what they do.
Yeah, I agree with both of them. I think that it was really cool to just go see it, but I wish I could have seen more about the sports.
What were some of the rooms that we went into?
We went to the studio, which I think was the coolest room because it was overall really cool to see the cameras and how everything worked. Control room was pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, I gotta say the control room was the coolest. You had all the shows going on CBS is what WCAX runs through, and they had them all lined up so everything just flows right on through. But the overall studio room was pretty cool.
I thought that the control room was the coolest because there was a lot of different screens and how they would get all the video editing done. So
How did it feel when they went live?
It was really cool to see, actually. I don't really know. I liked seeing the weather because we got to experience how they actually saw the things. It was really cool to see how good they are at that.
Yeah, the green screen was pretty cool. It was weird how good they were at pointing stuff out.
Yeah.
it was cool to just see all the different stories that have been happening lately. So yeah.
One of the stories that they had was a giant pumpkin or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember them saying.
It's pretty cool.
What kind of college classes do you think they needed to get their jobs?
I remember a couple of them talking about journalism, but I remember the person we got the tour from, he was saying that he didn't initially go in for that thing. He went in for acting and stuff, or drama. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, I think journalism plays a huge role in that because
Yeah.
they got to take notes and figure out how to feature it into their stories.
Yeah, journalism is probably the biggest part about everything, especially with the news program. They need to know their stuff.
Now on to Amanda McKeen part. Bella, I know you weren't there for that day. It was just me and Emma. So we'll go over that. So Amanda went over 4 important things. They were mirroring, labeling, and
Silence and calibrated questions.
we're going to test some of them or show you how to use them on Bella and ourselves. Emma, would you like to start with mirroring?
Yeah. Bella, who is your favorite basketball player?
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
Yeah, Jason Tatum's the GOAT. He's great at basketball, and yeah.
Personally, I think it's Paige Beckers, but okay.
Hard to get that out. Now I'll be demonstrating labeling. Emma, what's your favorite place to go to?
I like going to softball fields.
Seems like you're pretty athletic and like doing athletic stuff.
Yeah, I've always been into that. Just got in softball when I was in 6th grade, but definitely something I like doing.
Now, Emily, you want to demonstrate the silence part of it?
Yeah. Tyler, who is your favorite football team?
Probably the New England Patriots. They're one of the best teams in the league. They were, at one point, the best team in the whole entire NFL when they had Tom Brady, Edelman, and Gronk. and they're local. So now I'll be demonstrating the calibrated questions on Bella. So, Bella, how's your day going so far?
Great. I got to go outside today, which was cool because that doesn't normally happen. So yeah, that was cool.
So, calibrated questions are the opposite of yes and no questions. An example of a yes and no question is, Bella, is your day good so
Yes.
far? So, you want to ask more questions because that would be overall boring, or better questions that aren't yes and no. So, on to the actual experience with Amanda McKeen. So, she came to our class, I think a day or two after we went to WCAX. And we overall talked about how to talk live and stuff, get better questions from people. I overall think it was a cool experience. What did you think of it, Emma?
I think it was really cool because it wasn't just like a school thing. It was like we can use these things in like real life situations. So I think that was really cool to learn about.
So, for the people that don't know who Amanda is, she runs a podcast out of Littleton, I think.
She does.
Called Northside Normal. She interviews tons of people. In fact, we even got invited to be on her podcast, or at least see where she does her podcast and maybe watch one of her podcasts.
Yeah.
Which I think will be a cool experience. I don't know about you guys.
I think it would be really, really cool because she said her podcasts are not scripted, so it's like an actual flowing conversation.
Yeah, I think that'll be cool if we get to go. Yeah, I didn't get to meet her, so that'll be cool to meet her.
I think that's it. We are your LRS Broadcast Team. I'm your host, Tyler.
I'm Emma.
And I'm Bella.
Come back in the future. Maybe we'll have more podcasts. But other than that, we do broadcasts every other week on stories around Lisbon and locals that give back to the community.
Yeah.
All right.